Is the voice okay? Okay, bye.
Om Shanti. Good morning, Saurabh.
Morning, Jay. Today, we have the fortune of churning deeply, reflecting on Baba's Murli of 13th June 1973. And I believe the Murli has already been revised, and it's a very beautiful Murli on spiritual warrior. And as I was going through the Murli, this feeling that was coming was as if, Baba is awakening, like a deep memory within. Baba is awakening, like this, we have superhero movies where the hero forgets that he has a lot of powers, and someone wakes him up, and then he realizes his lost powers. And then he's able to do so much for, the entire humanity with those powers. Also, like this instant of Hanuman, and how Hanuman was reminded of his powers. And so in the same way, the thought was like, how Baba is reminding us souls of our powers. And Baba is saying we are actually Maharathis, we are spiritual warriors. And Baba is one by one, describing the various qualities of a spiritual warrior. And, just like in a superhero movie, there's always a critical thing, like something that needs to be activated, which then activates all the powers. For Hanumanji, it was, that memory that he can fly, that realization that, he is born with those powers. For some superheroes, it's like the awakening of the heart. For some superheroes, it's, something like a magic thing that once awakened, then allows all the powers to be activated. And so the thought that was coming, when we were going through the Murli is, when Baba said that, the very first basis and premise of being a Brahmin, and Baba was saying, how much am I connected to one Baba and none other? And I just felt that, just this one sentence, how much am I connected to only one Baba and none other? The more I'm connected to only one Baba, that actually allows for all the powers in the soul to be activated. We were having a discussion few weeks back with someone, and it was really nice that the discussion was around, how in the drama, all the scenes keep on changing. Whether it be a scene of, happiness, it will change. A scene of sorrow, it will change. A scene of praise, it will change. A scene of defamation, it will change. A scene of victory, it will change. A scene of loss, it will change. So the only thing which is constant in the drama is change. And if I were to rest my mind or focus my mind or pay attention to or hook on anything in the drama, any scene in the drama, then because that scene of the drama is changing by definition, my state of mind will naturally fluctuate. So there is no way that I can be stable inside if my attention is on drama. There's no way. The only way for the soul to be stable is to rest the mind on the one who is beyond drama, the only one who is constant, the only one who never changes, and that one is Baba. And spiritual effort in that way is very easy. and we are all practicing it, is just to constantly rest the mind on Baba. Rest the mind on Baba. Today we were discussing this thing that, even the word Om Shanti in the Yagya, before we used to greet each other with Om Shanti. The word that was used to greet each other was Manmanabhav. And someone would meet the Manmanabhav, Manmanabhav. And so it's like resting the mind on Baba. And I feel that, this actually activates this spiritual warrior or this spiritual superhero inside. And the more I build this muscle of disconnecting from the drama completely, as if the drama just disappears away. Even right now, just the drama fades away completely. There's nothing in the drama that exists, and only one Baba beyond the drama, and I, the soul. This is the truth. This is the reality. And I completely let go of all the thoughts in the drama. And so building this muscle over and over again is what thought is, what Baba really wants from us, so that towards the end, when it's time to leave the body, instantly, because we have built this muscle, we can just let go of the drama, just like Brahma Baba did, and then just completely get lost in Baba's love, Baba's remembrance, as the soul takes leave from the body and from the world of the body. And so, this this whole aspect of Baba awakening something deep inside, and when Baba was saying that, there's no way you'll be lazy, there's no way you'll be careless, if you actually understand what Baba is making you understand. I don't know how many of you have watched this little clip about Kung Fu Panda. There is a very nice cartoon movie called Kung Fu Panda, in which the master of the panda is awakening something deep. He's trying to teach something to the panda. So the thought was, let us just watch this little clip and try to see how it connects to what we are going through right now. So just play this little clip.
That was a complete disaster.
Oh, I'm glad we're not Po right now.
What a loser.
What was Shifu thinking?
What was Oogway thinking? I think he heard us.
I didn't hear anything.
He said you're a loser.
Sorry, Uguay.
Would you stop doing that?
How was your first day teaching?
Humiliating.
I heard.
Who told you? Did Tigers tell you?
I heard from Monkey and Crane and Mantis and your dad and Mrs. Chow from the gift shop and those ducks you just passed and Tigers told me.
Yeah, well, did she also tell you that it'll never happen again? Because I'm done.
Teaching or being humiliated?
Both. I don't know why you ever thought I could teach that class.
Oh, I knew you couldn't.
What? You set me up to fail? Why?
If you only do what you can do, you will never be more than you are now.
I don't want to be more. I like who I am.
You don't even know who you are.
What do you... Of course I do. I'm the Dragon Warrior.
And what exactly does that mean, Dragon Warrior?
It means, it's just going around and punching and kicking, defending the valley and stuff.
Punching and kicking. You think that is what the great Master Oogway saw for you? A 500-year prophecy fulfilled, so you could spend your days kicking butt and running through town high-fiving bunnies.
Yes?
No! Oogway saw greatness in you, Paul, against my better judgment. More than you can see in yourself. Incredible power awaits you. Power beyond anything you can imagine.
Whoa! What was that?
That was chi.
Wow! What's chi?
The energy that flows through all living things.
So you're saying if I teach, I'll be able to do cool stuff like that?
No, I'm saying if you teach, I'll be able to do cool stuff like that.
Oh.
Mastering chi requires mastery of self. Oogway sat alone in a cave for 30 years, asking one question. Who am I? Who am I? I'm lucky if I get 5 minutes before you interrupt.
Oh, so now I have to sit alone in a cave for 30 years?
Eventually, after you master teaching.
Teaching? There's no way I'm ever gonna be like you.
I'm not trying to turn you into me. I'm trying to turn you into you.
Turn me into me? Wait a second, that makes no... Almost there, Shifu, just a little more confusing and you'll be the next Oogway. Oh, sorry, no offense, Master Oogway, I'll let you get back to your eternal peace.
So I really liked when it was shared that I don't want to turn you into me. I want to turn you into you. And isn't it what Baba is turning us into? Baba is really awakening deep inside of us that Brahmin, the warrior, the one who realizes his eternal powers, and one who really doesn't need to fluctuate in his stage. And so this realization deep down inside the soul is something that Baba is awakening. In the Murli, Baba also mentioned, and generally, when Baba says, Baba establishes the deity religion, in that Baba generally says, Baba establishes 3 religions, and in that is the Brahmin, the warrior, and the deity. And if we really look at warrior, what Baba is actually, awakening inside of us, and any warrior, the 2 aspects of the warrior are really defense and attack. Defense and attack. And in the same way, just like in any sport or any war, there is always an attack and a defense. And we all know that Baba's Gyan is the defense, and remembrance yoga is attack. And so for me to be able to work on both the aspects, when I'm awakening this deep spiritual warrior inside, I need to be able to use the defense of drama, and also use Baba's remembrance to attack Maya, so that Maya just goes away. And so when we are disconnecting from the drama, using knowledge, and then connecting to Baba, with the power of yoga and Baba's love, that's what actually is making us build the muscle of being a spiritual warrior. And then Baba's seva happens automatically. And so that's what I feel Baba meant when Baba was saying, does the charioteer come under the influence of the chariot? Means I really I'm no longer able to defend myself. When Baba said that, do I come under the influence of nature? And then Baba was explaining, do I become adheen or a slave, to my nature, to my sanskars? So if I am becoming a slave, it really means that somewhere I need to develop the power of, defense, so that I use the drama as a shield of protection. And in the Murli, Baba compared Maharathi to a lion, right? A few years back, actually, we had done this retreat at Peace Village. It was called the Brave Heart, Courage to Love Unconditionally. And in that, we explored the various qualities of a lion. And it's really symbolic of this, spiritual warrior inside a lion. And so we had actually come up with a little clip to understand and learn from a lion. And so we'll just play this little clip, another clip, and then we will, discuss more. Om Shanti. I felt really Baba was awakening this this lion within the Maharathi, the one who has wisdom, the one who has strength, the one who has dignity. So just wanted to maybe open up to a few thoughts on around this. If anyone would like to share, that would be great. Sure.
Om Shanti.
Oh, sure.
Kevin, go ahead. Kevin, go ahead.
Om Shanti, brother. Two things, what I learned from the beautiful clips you give. You know, the two main things. I want you in you, not you in me. So, and the other one, similarly, when you gave for a lion, better to conquer yourself than win 1,000 battles. So when I said that, I felt instead of taking my weapons and going out and finding out where is that enemy lying outside, who is that person who's coming and attacking my fort, who is that who's breaking my connection with my Lord and beloved, I thought first I have to fight the battle which is within me. My achievement will be when I'm able to use those weapons and overcome my own weaknesses within, not just the other. I should find what is the deficiency I have in my self-sufficiency. How can I live to the fullest to myself? I think so much more I can do to myself. First, how do I really decorate myself? How do I really look, which the lion also does. This two thought, which was similar in the first clip and the second clip, really pulled me, brother. It was beautiful, just beautiful.
Thank you, Girija Ben. Thank you. Any other?
Om Shanti. In the first clipping, there was an episode where he's asking as to what has been the reason for the state of mind. Has somebody told you something? And in this Murli Baba says that be detached from any influences around. A spiritual warrior is one which keeps himself detached and disconnected from everything else, but connected to only one. And then in that first clipping, it says that, you know, if we reflect on this, Baba says you need to first become you and not me, as Lijaben said, in her sharing, that become you the first. And becoming you the first is to cleanse all old sanskars and bring in those sanskar of purity of the soul and move forward. That's what touched me in that clipping. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Very, very appreciate it. Other thoughts?
Om Shanti, Baiji, and Divine Family. I have learned from both clips and sharing that we all have these brave, strongest lion like qualities within all of us, but we are not aware. That's what Baba is teaching us when he says, I want you to become you. If I focus on myself, if I can recognize myself, if I can understand myself, only then I can become me. Only then I can recognize my inner strength. Only then I can invoke all those lion-like or lioness qualities within me during any upcoming or current conflict. Could be personal life, could be professional life, could be social life. So, in other words, we all human beings are so powerful, but we are not aware. That's why we become trapped. We become slave towards our own weaknesses, which we call Maya. So if we can conquer our own weaknesses, then we are winner. We are victorious. This is our birthright. Then we will be happy. No matter what is happening, Baba will be happy. And we can reveal Baba everywhere, day and night. And we are one with him. We are one with the universe. And we are all one. We are all belong to one global family. Thank you, Ji. Om Shanti Ji.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you for sharing, sister.
Brother, if I could ask you a question, like I liked all those qualities which you gave, and the lovely clipping which I liked in the whole of the lion is when he stands there tall, powerful, and all. I remember when I was young, I used to read a story like the lion wanted to know whether it's really the king of the forest. And so it goes to each animal and then asks and all, you are actually the king, not I, and all. And how does each of the animal assert to lion as if putting the crown on his head? No, lion, you are the one. And I have also a foolish story when the lion is taken to a well and then said, see, there is one more person just like you over there. And that foolish lion looks at the well and thinks, oh, I have somebody just like me. Let me go and kill. I've seen two kinds of stories. So sometimes, I just say, why do authors generally try to belittle the qualities by such stories? But one thing which you mentioned, which I would like to know, nocturnal power. And then you said that's an authority and command over the subconscious thoughts. Could you just clarify how that relates to us as a lion? Because that's something which we need. We have leave alone authority and command. I cannot rule out subconscious thoughts. Can you tell me how do we go to that feeling, please?
Articulated. Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yes, that's true. And sometimes, lions are shown in that light as well, because, sometimes if the powers are not kind of used for spiritual enlightenment, then they could easily become means for, me to increase my ego. And that's where I believe the other story that you were sharing about, Kale. In terms of the nocturnal powers, and the authority and command over subconscious thought. I feel that's what Baba says, that, be a master, be free. In the Murli, Baba was saying, the real meaning of freedom is that you can come, take support of the body, and then you can detach from the body in a second. You're not subservient to your sense organs. Like, just, I think today we were discussing with somebody that, in the golden age, we can easily leave the body at our wish, at our will. But, the soul is completely, lost its power over the body. The soul is completely subservient, to the body. And that's where, like, the command over subconscious thought, like, from my subconscious thought, the more I remove the traces of, subservience to the body and the world of the body and the relations of the body and everything that I feel belongs to me, then it is like, this nocturnal power means, outside there is night, but the lion is awake. The lion is not, has not lost himself. The lion is no longer sleeping. So the soul is not asleep. The soul is awake, and the soul has, mastered the inner territory. So it's the thought that comes to me.
Beautiful, brother. I like the word when you said the soul is awake. So the lion is aware of its power. The lion knows it's powerful. Similarly, we also, if suppose we don't think about our physical strength, when you just said, one sentence came to my mind, surrendering to God, that he can use me in the way he wants, then I'll be protected. His will shall prevail. I think that's what I got from what you said.
Mm-hmm. That's nice, sister. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Right.
Om Shanti, brother. So the video what you have played is so beautiful, so motivated. So can you share that video, brother, in the group?
Sure. I'll share it with Rakiben, and then you can connect with her. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Super, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Yeah.
I don't know why no one is still asking you. I want to ask you, Saurabh, whenever you come, I want to ask you a lot of questions. Can you just explain the latter part of the Murli about the Brahmin birth?
Sometimes I feel that, Baba is asking us such relevant and they're simple, but eye openers, I believe. And sometimes we have to really check, like Baba was saying, Namdhari, namesake, are you Brahmins for namesake? Or are you true Brahmins? And really, if I ask myself, when do I become a Brahmin for namesake only? It's like, when externally, like Baba was saying, externally you are doing everything, you're saying everything, but internally, I still may be operating from the sanskars of a Shudra, for example, inside. See, Brahmin really is the one who is enlightened, the Brahmin, that's why, is even higher than a deity. A Brahmin is really the top knot out of all the forms, the 5 varnas that Baba often talks about. And so for me to realize that this is my spiritual birth, this is my line with God. God has chosen me. God has given me birth. This is the life I am living with God. Like Baba said, in the Murli, that even deities are not they have human parents, but only us Brahmins have God, direct God as our parent. And so how much do I stay in that intoxication? Or do I just take everything very easy, very light? I mean, it's good to take things easy, but in that, do I lose this perspective of the importance, right, of this Brahmin life? And so, this deep memory again that I am a Brahmin. There's a one word BK, but then there's another word Brahmin. They are similar, but then a Brahmin really means, the one who is the top knot, the one who is living in truth, the only one who knows all the secrets, the secrets of I am, who is God, what is time, the past, present, future, everything. Only the Brahmin knows. And because the Brahmin is enlightened, the Brahmin then, doesn't really need to, battle. Although Baba is saying that we are on a battlefield, but the moment I realize I'm a Brahmin, I no longer need to battle with darkness, because I have then come into the light of God. And so I really felt that Baba was trying to, make us realize, the meaning of a true Brahmin and the importance of a true Brahmin. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. And so am I a true Brahmin or am I a fake Brahmin? Like, like Baba said, namdhari, just for name only. Because inside, I still may be using ego to rule my mind. Ego may still be ruling my mind. I may be happy from outside, but inside, I may still be experiencing sorrow. Uh, mhm.
Thank you, brother. That was very nice. We are going to take maximum what we want from you because you're so overflowing that I can't stop. See, can you list where, I've seen all the soul eaters, demon slayers who show you the magic sword and how they're killed. Can you just list for our visualization purpose, what are the various spiritual weapons one could think of? In our earlier Murli vision, the sister had told us about shield and all. It would be nice if you could just, randomly list a few spiritual weapons, like Baba has told in the Murli virtues, Trikaldakshi, Trinetri, or third eye, etc., etc. But can you, brother, please go through that list of spiritual weapons which I should daily try to sharpen it as a spiritual warrior?
Nice thought, like all the spiritual symbolism of the weapons, right? And of course, we all know that, Baba talks about, the very first thing is, Baba talks about Sudarshan Chakra. And Sudarshan Chakra is, remembered in Mahabharata. Lord Krishna was able to cut the, or eliminate the demons through the Sudarshan Chakra. So we all know Sudarshan Chakra, right? Is like being lost in the depth of my eternal reality as a spiritual being. And so either it is Swaдаrshan Chakra or it is Pardarshan Chakra. And so if I, kind of spin the Swadarshan Chakra in the wrong way, in the wrong direction, then it will actually cut my own head. And that's what happens when I begin to spin the thoughts of others. What he's doing, what they are doing, why they are doing, why not they are doing, this is their sanskar, all those like questions. And suddenly I'll feel my throat is, or my neck, is it's like I'm sabotaging myself. So the first really weapon I feel, and Baba always emphasizes in Sakar Murlis, is the Swadarshan Chakra. And then sometimes Baba would talk about the sword. Baba would say, the sword of knowledge, Gyan ki talwar or Yog ka Jauhar. It's like the sword of knowledge. And then, using the sword, I can cut. I can instantly cut. It is very sharp. And so if any waste thought is coming, I can just use that sword to cut that thought instantly. And that sword has to be very sharp so that I can just easily cut through any negative or waste thought that is coming. So the sword, and then it has to have the Jauhar of yoga, means it needs to possess that, the word for Jauhar in English, I don't know, but it needs to possess that, thing that allows, for the quality or the sharpness of the sword to be enhanced. Another weapon, as you mentioned, is this dhal, right? Dhal is, in English, I don't know what will you call, but a shield, probably, a shield of protection. And so Baba always says drama. Drama is the shield of protection, And so I just need to be, completely aligned with drama. With the awareness of drama, everything is auspicious, everything has a reason, everything is happening for good, everything is perfect, everything is happening according to the drama plan. It really allows me to protect myself so that I'm no longer exposed to the attack of Maya. So if I feel I'm getting a lot of thoughts, this drama is my shield of protection. And then another weapon is, we say the tir and dhanush, right? The bow and arrow. And, like Baba mentions, like the aim and objective. Like in this Murli also Baba mentioned, do I have my aim and objective clear in front of me? Or am I just, little sluggish or, little topsy-turvy? I'm, just taking things as they come. Or am I clear in my aim of being karmatit? Am I clear in my aim of reaching that stage, now? It's not that it will come at the end, but we have to really experience it now. If not now, then never. Do I have that aim, or do I get lost in the detail of everyday things or everyday service activities? Or do I have a purpose of living this life with God? So that bow and arrow has to be very pinpointed. Yeah. And then another weapon, Baba, sometimes Baba, talks about, and Lord Vishnu holds, is the mace, Gada, right? And Gada is symbolic of victory over vices. And so if I have really gained victory over the vices, I carry that mace, right, with myself. The mace of being viceless. Right? So yeah, those are some of the weapons that Baba often talks about. There could be many more, I'm sure. Right?
Awesome, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can you give me one weapon to flex my mind?
Can you say that again, please?
A weapon, this muscle of my mind, it's so adamant at times. It just keeps, I'm sitting in remembrance, but it goes far away to some other unnecessary thing. So sometimes I need every time like a warrior to sit and flex my mind. What do I do to really, I don't know how to say. Sometimes I feel sad even to look at it because it's part of my soul. but I need to really flex it.
And that's a good point. And always Baba talks about drills and right. And the one most important I feel, and that's the foundation of everything else. And Baba talks about in every Murli is, and this one word we all know, but the depth of it, Baba talks about ashariri, ashariri. It's like the other day we were talking, we souls are in the body, but over years and centuries and of body consciousness, what has happened is body has entered the soul. So it's not that I, the soul, am in the body, but the reality is that body is inside me, because the world of the body, taking care of the body, income for the body, hospital is for the body, relationships are for the body, everything is for the body. Yeah. And that's what has been, a reality for us now. And the drill of becoming a shariri is like the body, it does not belong to me. Just like Baba enters the body of another person, this body is not mine. I've incarnated from Paramdham. I've entered this body for some time, then I take leave, then I'm coming back again, then I'm taking leave. I feel this detachment from this chariot, this instrument, I feel that's so, that's kind of the foundation that, for everything else. And so when you talk about building the muscle or flexing the muscle, I believe this practice of being bodiless, shariri, bodiless. I feel that's the, it's like the oxygen for the soul, it's like in a second, the soul is alive. When the body is gone, the soul comes back to life, right? Yeah.
Thanks, brother. Good gym.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we really need to practice this.
Om Shanti brother, can I add one more point to this?
Please, yeah.
Can we have a lotus also as an instrument, brother, for awareness?
Yeah.
So while being in household, doing everything, all actions, even in office, wherever we go, so being in a state of lotus, so will not be touched by any negative or waste things. Om Shanti.
And that's why, Vishnu is given a lotus as well. And Baba often talks about that these alankars actually belong to Brahmins, the four, right? The Shankh, Chakra, Gada, and Lotus. And Lotus is definitely one, main important one. Yes. Any other inspirations?
We just talked right now about spiritual gym. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah.
Sandarbhan, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure. Brother, you in that video clip regarding that lion, there's a quality of lion was dignity, where it was reflecting it to hold your head high, even in times of conflict. What exactly that means? Usually, conflict is a vice, right? So, how can you hold your head high even in times of conflict? What does that mean?
I really, the way I looked at it was, sometimes I may be having some inner conflict, but then I shouldn't bring down my self-respect. It's like, even if my stage is fluctuating, even if I'm having conflict inside of my mind, I'm having maybe waste thoughts, but I shouldn't bring down my self-respect. I should still, stand up, stand high. because, whatever waste thoughts are coming, they do not belong to me. And, I think yesterday we were talking about this, that, when we do something good, we say Baba did it. And so if we are doing something wrong, or if we are having wrong thoughts, it really means that Maya is bringing those thoughts to us. So to disassociate, from Maya, from those waste thoughts, so that in a second I can just say, no, these thoughts are not mine. I'm a pure, powerful soul. I'm loved by Baba. So that way, I'm able to really disassociate myself and stay in my dignity.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I was just thinking about the conflict outside, and I didn't go within.
Brother,
thank
can you
you.
say a lion never reacts? So we also
Right.
should not react. Come what the other person argues, you sit on Baba's throne and give your thoughts from there. That is dignity, because this is what was given in Dadi Gulzar's, that harmony out, that house over there. Dignity was one of the thing in the pillar.
And that's true, yes. Out of the 4 pillars, right? The 4 faces of the pillar, you're right. Yeah. Right. Nice. Great.
Sarvesh, shall we move on to the meditation? And today it's a request from all of us, if you can take us through your wonderful meditation song. If you can sing for the meditation, if that works.
Sing the song. कोई शय ना भाती है, अब याद घर की आती है, करे इशारा किरण तुम्हारी, जैसे हमें बुलाती है, तेरी याद में समा के हम तो तुम सा ही बन जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, जो पिंजरे से उड़कर पंछी नील गगन को जाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, अंबर से भी पार है, मणियों का गार है, परम शांति विश्राम यहाँ पर, ज्योति का भंडार है, परमानंद सुधा नैनों से वसुधा पर छलकाए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, जी करता है बाबा हम पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए, पास तेरे उड़ आए. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Saurabh Bhai, for the wonderful song. Thank you, Divine
Thank you.
Family. And we meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Thank you.